top news headlines from the news desk at the Kittanning paper right now on radio for your neighborhood. AM 1380 and FM 103.7 WTYM Kittanning, Ford City.
Hello, my name is Jim Johnson. I'll be one of the living historians here at the Armstrong County Museum this upcoming weekend. I'll be dressed in a uniform, portraying one of my relatives. But I just want to show you some of the things that you'll see this weekend. This is a period Civil War musket that a soldier used during the war. This item is over 150 years old. Of course, this is one of the many items that you will see here over this weekend. Beginning to really very important for me are other items that are here on display. We have a morning's report book from one of the regiments that trained here in the Kittanning area. This is a morning reports book for Company G of the 78th Pennsylvania. It so happened that my great-great-grandfather, Captain John Jordan, commanded this company of the 78th Regiment, which was one of many regiments that came from Armstrong County that fought in the Civil War. We also have here on display another item, an antique trunk that my great-great-grandfather, Captain John Jordan, took with him in his travels during the war. We also have a copy here of his resignation letter. He was injured and could not perform the duties of a soldier, and so he was discharged in the spring of 1864. We also have here some period items that the soldiers used in their camp. We also have here what is called a muster roll. It was really a roster of Company G of the 78th Pennsylvania. Naturally, it listed the soldiers, what their rank was, where they were mustered in or joined in the service, who was their commander, and also some information about the soldiers. This gentleman here, one who was discharged in November of 1862. So it's like a fact sheet of the soldiers. We have many other things here that's related to the 78th, plus other units. We have here a picture of General Negley. He was a commander at two different levels of the 78th Pennsylvania. He commanded what was called Negley's Brigade, which consisted of the 77th Pennsylvania, the 78th, and 79th Pennsylvania regiments. They trained and organized down in Pittsburgh, and from Pittsburgh they left on steamboats. Here is a print of the steamboats leaving Pittsburgh and going down the Ohio. They traveled down to Louisville, Kentucky. Once they left Louisville, Kentucky, they went down and trained more at Camp Nevin. This is a letter dated November 1861, written by General Negley.
Now, Jim, all this stuff is you come in because when people come in, there's going to be a living historian here who's going to talk about all these things. So it's not just a matter of seeing a photograph and not knowing who that person is or not realizing their significance, but that living historian will walk them through it so that the history will come alive of what happened here, right?
Very much so, yes. Mm-hmm. We also have general information on Armstrong County and the men who served in the war. As you see here, there were an estimated 3,652 soldiers that came from the county and served in the war. There's also a little sidebar of information. It wasn't only the men from the county that served in the Civil War. A lot of the communities had ladies' organizations that helped the men in the war. As they mustered out, they gave them a big meal, or they helped the families here at home.
So to find out more about this, they have to come this weekend. And what are the hours?
The hours are Saturday from 10 to 4 and on Sunday from noon to 4. So come and enjoy living history here at the museum in Armstrong County.
WTYM Kittanning, Ford City, on the radio at AM 1380 and FM 103.7, and online at WTYMradio.com. Radio, computer, or smartphone. Stay connected to radio for your neighborhood.